So, welcome to the first official episode of the Atom Sisters. Today we're going to talk about home sweet home and the things that we want in a home, need in a home, need to change in a home. Anyway, so let's talk about how much house we need. So, Erika, do you want to lead us on that discussion?
I sure will. So I'm kind of new to the whole housing world, honestly, but I know I would never. I want to say, okay, people always say I would never do this, but I'm obsessed with the tiny houses. Like, I'm obsessed with the tiny houses. They are all over my Pinterest. Once I was out with Dad and some guy was building a tiny house, and I literally made him stop and talk to the guy for like an hour because I love tiny houses. Anyway, I think I would love to say that that's the only space I need, but I know that 600 is or 600 to 800 is kind of the perfect amount for me. But I want to say it's 400, but I'll get there, you know? It'll happen. That's it.
Who's next? I'll go next. That's me. What was the question? How much space do you need? So I live by, I think the ideal ratio, well, living here in Hawaii is very different compared to like other places. But living here, I would like my house, I don't know, yeah, like 800 square feet or less. But I want like 1,000 square feet of just porch. Like, I just want like a huge porch that wraps around my entire house. But anyways, yeah. So probably a couple hundred inside a house, just like minimal but functional space. That's the important thing. It's not, I don't think it's about like quantity as much as quality. Like, if you have a good space that can fulfill multiple purposes, like a nursery guest room office that is a few square feet but can fulfill all those purposes, having a room for each, I'm like so happy with that. Less is more. Yeah. But just all porch. Everything, all porches all the time. I need a lot of porch. A lot of outdoor space is important. An acreage would be ideal, but again, that might be unrealistic.
Yeah, Kristen and I were actually talking about that today because we want, the weather's nice right now before it gets cold and nasty, and we wanted to spend time outside, but since we don't have like a space that's ours outside, like it's all exposed and it's all public, like it just feels weird to like spend time outside.
Ew.
When you're not doing an official activity, just hanging out.
That's what parks are
But,
for,
like,
Sarah.
Yeah, I feel weird about it though. Like, I just wish it was like your space. But as far as the house goes, like, I don't like too much house because I don't like to clean too much house. But I think land's always been more important to me.
Tara.
Oh.
Along the lines of what you're saying, that's kind of cool because in Germany, when I went to visit, there's people, they live in these like really cool compact houses that are all really tight together. It's like a suburbs, but the houses are all really tight. It's basically like if IKEA made a house. It's like these little squares that are like perfect functional spaces. Mm-hmm. And what they do is like just outside of like the suburbs, they have like slightly more rural, but they have, I thought they were like shanty towns when I first saw them, but they're like literally like they just have plots. Like, you buy a little garden plot and it's like this cute little tiny plot, and it's just like the whole area is just these garden plots, and they have these little tiny like just these little tiny like cottages that have these little kitchenettes, and it's basically a space like what you're talking about. Like, people own these little garden plots, and then they can just go visit them without the grossness of having to share it with anybody else. It's cute. And I thought it was so cute, but I honestly thought people lived in them when I first saw them. I was like, those are the cutest little tiny houses, but no, they don't. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, I mean, and the house prices are kind of very varied everywhere. So I'm in like Salt Lake area, Utah, and I don't know, the rent is going crazy right now here. Like, it's
I bet.
like between 900 to like up to 16 to like almost 2,000 for a 2-bedroom in some places.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's gotten out of control.
That's crazy.
Sounds like Oregon.
I was gonna say you're making Hawaii sound not too bad right now. That's actually
yeah. Well, I mean, there's a housing shortage, and there's all these like houses. These companies coming into the area right now. So that's causing all these issues, and like we've looked into buying a house, like not what we're serious right now. But like house prices, to get something reasonable, is still like $260 to $350. Now I'm tempted sometimes to just buy something that is like a shack and just move to the cabins in the mountains. But I don't think that will happen anytime soon. But how's the situation in your guys' area? I know Claire.
Ooh, Hawaii, guys. Yeah, basically like the craziest numbers in Utah is like average to maybe on the lower end of the average housing here. So I was kind of looking at this, and I know it's rough after going through and trying to, when Shem and I were trying to rent before, because I'm going to live with my in-laws, which is standard here. Like that's like a normal thing. If you're a newlywed, even if you have like maybe a kid, like that's like standard to like live with your in-laws for the first couple years of your marriage, because just being able to have enough money to rent a place, like we're looking at, like a studio space starts at like $1,200, and that's like with like a kitchenette maybe and like a little bathroom, and then like a 1-bedroom apartment it starts at like the crappiest little one. Like we saw one where it had this tiny little compact kitchen, like geez, I couldn't even tell you how many square feet it was. It was so small. And then it's directly connected to this like little tiny living area that you could hardly fit a couch in, and a tiny bathroom. And literally the bed was up in a loft. And that started at upwards, it was like $1,300 for that. And so for like a decent average living space, like you got to start looking, upwards of that. And then so for every extra bedroom, I saw it's kind of averages about $1,000 every extra bedroom. So for like a 2-bedroom house, you're looking upwards of $2,000. For a 3-bedroom house, you're looking at upwards of $3,000. So it just gets worse from there. And then it's pretty crazy. Yeah, and then to buy is a whole nother story. Like Shem and I, next month, we're finally submitting a application for a loan for our house, and we were lucky to inherit it some degree. So hi Mom. Yeah, we're fine. That's my lovely mother-in-law who's selling us her grandmother's house that they bought after the plantation days were piled. So the house is it's 1,200 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom house, 2-bathroom. It's a pretty decent size. It's really compact, and it's in a little suburbs, like houses all the way around. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's a piece of work, let me tell you. But it's appraised for at least $500,000. That house in Medford would be like $100,000, but it's the land, and it's a really small plot of land. Like it's not even a plot of land. It's so small, but it's just the cost of paradise.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll talk about Laramie, Wyoming, where I live. Laradice. Yeah, people call it that. Horrible. So it's pretty cheap from what I understand. Like I said, I don't know much about housing because I haven't needed to use that knowledge very much. Anyway, so the median for buying a house is apparently like 119,000. That's a median. Of course, there's like places that are gonna be way more expensive than that. Wow. But yeah, I know. but I'm not looking into buying a house anytime soon, and probably not here, so I don't really need to know that. But apparently it's like 48 per square feet a lot of the time. And so for renting, we have a 2-bedroom house, which I think is a little more than we need. Sorry, just to say it. For $1,800 a month. Which is pretty decent because we have like washer dryers and everything. We have the whole setup. And then so apartments are usually like $550. I feel like I've seen a lot for $550, like 1-bedroom apartments. And there's you can get ones way cheaper than that probably, but that's just like the norm. And then there's like for 2-bedroom apartments, it's usually like $720, $750, $800. It just depends on like how nice, because there's a lot of really crappy places. But like, yeah, if you want like a basement apartment, it's probably gonna be like $650, $700. But and then like 2-bedroom houses are usually like $800 and $900. But like I said, it really depends on what you're getting. So, and I don't need anything fancy, so that's probably the only numbers I'll have to worry about. Haha.
How does it compare to quality with where we were living in Utah?
Oh my gosh. No, the quality, if we were spending the same amount as we did in Utah, we, meaning you, but anyway. You know,
Close enough.
Anyway, oh, that sounds weird. Anyway, but definitely the price that we were paying in Utah or even in Oregon, if I paid the price that I would for this place in Oregon, I would get something way crappier for $800. Because, yeah, I just thought we would bring that up because, like, Oregon's insane. Yeah, I was looking at places. I was living with mom and dad, and I was looking at places to rent, and it just like was not worth it. Like, it was insane. It's like crazy, but
yeah. You have to like if to get it like a 2-bedroom, you have to have like a ton of people living there just to make it like affordable.
Exactly. For $1,000, $1,000, you probably would only get like either a 1-bedroom really nice apartment or a 2-bedroom really really crappy apartment. But yeah. Anyway, so I really love our house though. Like $800 is a pretty good deal. We're probably gonna find something cheaper next year.
Sorry, you pay $800 for a 2-bedroom apartment?
House. It's a house.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
awesome. No, we have a yard. That's actually on the pricier end, I would say, for a lot of places you could get here. So
that's awesome.
We could probably pay the same amount and be closer to the school. But yeah, it's really nice. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah, ours.
All the walls are white. I loved it.
Yeah, ours is $950 for a 2-bedroom, but it's like an apartment building. So there's like 6 apartments in one building.
Yeah.
And where like what is it like around where you live, Sarah? Like is it like a rural or a suburb or is it near the city?
We're near the city, but the city's Pleasant Grove. Well, I don't want to talk. Anyway.
Yeah. Just like
Dude,
what about like population?
You're
like
so small you could just find me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just wait outside Walmart or something. Wait for you to come in or something.
No, really. Everyone sees the professors at Walmart. Everyone. It's the only place to shop other than Safeway, and Safeway sucks here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you get like groceries at Walmart. Sorry, side note.
I know it's heartbreaking. Sorry, keep going, Sarah.
No, it's interesting.
That's okay. Well, yeah, but I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay. Don't need to get that. So what's your social security number, Sarah? Do you want to share that? Is this the part where we share our social security numbers?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I really hope that's not the first couple digits.
No, it's not even close. Or
okay,
is it?
good.
Oh
my gosh. Okay, good.
Okay. Oh, okay. Good. Moving on. Do we want to talk about home decor? Because like house buying is just too depressing. I don't know.
I don't want a house. I honestly don't. Matt always talks about how much he hates.
Really?
So we're probably gonna be renting for a very long time. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about decor. It's way more fun.
Decor. So what's your design aesthetic?
Open layout with wait, what do they always say on HGTV? Open layout with a sweeping layout with an open concept.
Airy
floor plan.
This is about that, yeah.
I just always dream, like, this is like a lifetime dream of mine, of pulling up carpet and finding like these gorgeous wood floors to restore. I feel like I have like unrealistic expectations thanks to watching those like home improvement shows, because there's always wood floors under there. Like, why? I feel like they went in there in advance, installed the wood floors, and then put crappy carpet over them, and they're like, wow, look at this, these gorgeous, like, perfectly intact wood floors that have the most lovely patina. Oh my gosh. They're like the Disney of home. It's like giving me these unrealistic expectations for life. You know what? If I pull up my carpet at the house I'm going to buy, it's going to be subfloor. Nothing, no beautiful floors.
Carpet is like the worst though. Like, I wish everything had hardwood. Tiles.
I have hardwood.
Kind of,
oh, boo.
Sorry. Just had to, shove that in your guys' faces.
Does it get cold though?
That's why we have rugs.
Yeah. That's why we have rugs.
Shem's addicted to rugs, guys. Fun side note about Shem. He's like, when I met him, I was like, well, that was one of the biggest things when I first met him is his home decor, because he's like very particular about it. I came in and I was like, oh, we're just kids, right? We're just like, I don't know, figure home decor is gonna be like, I don't know, freaking towels on the floor and crap. I don't know. I came in and he has this like huge, gorgeous oriental rug, like not like authentic or anything, but it's like this nice big rug, and I'm like, oh damn, this guy's got his act together. Like, oh wow, he's got a rug. He doesn't have a rug, guys. I'm telling you, he has a collection of rugs. Like, he still has them, like just all rolled up. But I mean, when we get a house, like, we're set on rugs for life. Like every room in our house. Yeah.
Good job, Shem. I would like to describe my aesthetic as like elegantly cluttered. I also think it's very important to like not make the house what you want to be, kind of like take in what the house is and then work with it. But I definitely think I like more of a house just like feels like home, and also just feels like each of the people who are living there. I'm not cool with like, I like having like random stuff everywhere, but I don't think I could have one of those houses that's like, if I was like throwing a football in it, like I could break everything. That makes me nervous. Like, and I'm also just like not that put together. Like, I remember Janice Tracy's house, the most beautiful house of all time. I was always scared of playing in there because I was like, I'm gonna break everything. But yeah, I think more eclectic, I guess, is my style. Very colorful, but also, I don't know, like with colorful aspects, like this awesome yellow lamp. Anyway, yeah.
I'm just looking at the shelf behind you now that you're talking about it.
Oh, so this shelf actually is complete chaos, but not in the elegant way. Because this shelf was already here, and we hated it, but then it just kind of, it was a shelf. It held stuff. It worked. That's another thing. I like when what Claire was saying, when like spaces, I don't know, when things are useful but also good looking.
When did I say that?
You said something about that.
That was really cool that I said that. That was very.
No, you said. What did she say? You were talking about spaces being very
functional.
Functional, yeah. So I like with that as well. I like furniture being functional. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway,
but I will say I love Grandma and Grandpa's flocks like aesthetic.
Oh my gosh!
Like,
oh my gosh! Their furniture,
all their couches,
their furniture,
so
I
beautiful.
swear.
No, that's the thing. I want a mixture of like Grandma and Grandpa flock with Grandma and Grandpa Adams, because they just had like good stuff everywhere, and it was like,
yeah.
Sarah, you should point to that thing you have above your head. Grandma and Grandpa's old, Northwestern.
Yeah, so
native.
Here, and I could just
exactly.
show you guys really quick.
That's so cute.
Stop talking so I can show it. There we go. Yeah, it's Northwest lap thing.
Our grandma's from Canada, so.
Yeah. So you can have those kind of things.
But they had artifacts from all over the world. Like, that was so cool in their house. I love that.
I don't know if they were real.
Yeah. So I feel like, but like keeping them displayed in a way that's like simple, but like Yeah, like I do agree with the whole combination of like both sets of grandparents.
Yeah, totally.
Just the idea of having things around the house to show, like, you know, remind you of all the places you've been and experienced, the cultures you've experienced. Like, I think that's cool. And that's what I've always really appreciated about Grandma and Grandpa Adams. There's always like,
and then Grandma and Grandpa Flock just have like everything is so fine and classy and just like refined and
I don't think I could ever in any way be able to attain that. But I would try.
Yeah, I guess here, so we can describe. So like one of their couch, I love the couch. So they have the Filipino couch. That's cool too. But
that's Filipino?
Yeah, it's from the Philippines.
With the weird mythical creatures on it? Oh,
no, the other one.
Couch.
The wood one that's like grates.
Oh, I love, yes. Yeah, I love that couch.
Yeah. But then the other one that's like tapestry, so it has like all the mythical creatures and it's like black and like just a nice big couch. Like that couch is like beautiful. I love that couch.
I tell them that every time I go over. Yeah. I'm like, literally both these couches, like this one especially because I'm pretty sure that's a unicorn on it.
It's like a weird mythical creature.
It's a capricorn.
I wish we could show a picture of it. We should call Grandma. Let's put that on our blog, guys. Let's put a picture of the couch featuring Grandma's couch.
It's a Capricorn, so it's like it's a goat with a fish.
That's even better. I love them.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Anyway,
so what's your favorite decor piece that you have, Erika?
Wait, you didn't say your aesthetic, Sarah?
Yeah. Oh, my aesthetic, but I say my aesthetic is kind of eclectic, but more simple, postmodern.
Yeah.
We'll call
it.
We'll call it that.
For me, it kind of goes like functionality, like quality, and then beauty, and just like simple. Like Sham and I were totally on the same page. It was like paint everything white, simple wood floors. Everything's just gonna be white and minimal and simple, and then we'll bring in like kind of like cool ethnic pieces. Like we have this, Well, kind of leading into the next segment, like we have, I got at this yard sale this like amazing like Bali's like little window thing, and it has like this little, it's like this beautiful woodwork. It's like a little window almost, and then like open up these little I wish I should just show it. It's too hard though. But these little things, it has like a little mirror behind it. And I got it for like $10 at a yard sale. This guy, this super rich guy, he got like a huge shipment, like in India or something. Like he's been collecting stuff all over the world, and he had it in a big Manson container and shipped it over here. And he like kept half of it, and the other half he just gave away. And I happened to find one of the pieces at a yard sale, and I was like, score.
We should show pictures on the blog. I want to see that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna take a picture and put it on the blog.
Okay,
link.
I actually
below.
have mine.
Just kidding. I don't know where the link is.
I can put the link anywhere below.
Ooh, how about here? I went over here. Sarah, what is your favorite piece?
I'll show you my new shower plants.
Is that your favorite home decor piece?
Yes, because it's alive.
I love it.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? I think it's an angel fern, I think is what it's called. I saved it from Walmart.
Saved it?
I said, yeah, because all of their freaking plants are always dying.
And they're always on sale. And so like it's kind of funny though, because you look at the backside, it's like really leaning, because this one actually doesn't like light as much. And so I have it like the windows over here, like towards its back.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So shower plants, guys, look into it. Find a plant that fits in your shower.
Love it.
And it likes humidity, so it's all happy in its little spot above our shower. So I have some snake plants too. We're kind of like getting into plants. So
what is a snake plant?
So it's a plant that looks like spikes going up. And it's like green colored and speckled and stuff. It's also called mother-in-law's tongue.
Oh, hey, I know that. Yes, I've heard it called by that. I think the Hawaiians have a name for it or something. But yeah, it grows all over the place here. That's so cool. Yeah. It's like really, really rigid, yeah?
Yeah, so we bought one and it already needed to be repotted, so Creston repotted it. So we have two now. So I like plants. I want to put plants everywhere, but I also want to be reasonable.
Oh, you guys need your little terrace where you can have like a little sink or work on your little garden projects.
We had tomatoes this year and chives and jalapeno.
Where are you growing all this?
Out in our
do you have like a little porch or something?
Well, we have a porch, but it's like out in the front landscaping of our place in little pots.
What?
Yeah.
I thought you were working at the community. Oh, so this is totally off topic, but didn't you have a community gardens plot or something?
Oh, not this year because we moved.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So, Erika.
Okay.
What are you gonna show us? We're gonna tell us about. Make sure to describe it very well.
I have it with me. Anyway, I have two things. One's not really a decor thing. It's just in the house that we're renting. There's this wall in the kitchen that is so just flat, and it's a bunch of different layers of paint. And so there's like shimmery paint shining through, and there's like a blue color, there's like a salmon color and a white color, and it's so freaking cool. I love it. And it's just like
what?
Literally a wall that just was peeling paint, and it just looks really cool. But I love
you
it.
should take a picture of it and put it on the blog because I want to see that.
I don't think a picture will do it justice, but I'll try. Okay, so this is actually my favorite decor piece. So let me just explain this. Like I said, I think a lot of my favorite aesthetic for houses comes to like explaining, I don't know, like kind of showing the story, what the people are, like the people who live in it are.
Okay, so for the people who would just listen to this, to explain what she has a little tiger on a box with a human holding its tail, and it moves if she uses a lever.
Yeah, and it's completely made out of wood, and at the bottom of it is literally like, so my dad made it for Christmas for my husband before we got married, but because he once said that I was like a tiger, and if he was dating me, he better be okay with holding on to a tiger's tail. So
and holding on for dear life.
Yeah, basically. So he made this little box, and there's like a tiger that's wood carved, and a little human that's wood carved.
Matt's face. I just noticed his face,
and then
like a picture of his face on it.
That's so funny. Out his face and glued it on, and I'm pretty sure he stole some hair from one of our old Barbies.
It's so cute.
Hey, at least he didn't steal it from Matt.
Yeah, good point. But he gave him some hair, and so then you just turn it, and it. Like, and my dad just made this. Like, there's this mechanism inside it, and there's springs at the bottom, and his little arms move. I don't know. I walked into the house coming for Christmas, and all of a sudden, I was like, oh, Matt's here too. And my dad's like, crap, there's something for him on the table. And he made me go get it, and I was like, what the hell is this? Sorry, excuse my language. I was like, oh my gosh. Anyway, so it's my favorite, because it's just like chaos. It's just so weird, and it's just so us, and I love it. Anyway.
Yeah. Definitely authentic.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So let's talk about McMansions, because you guys know how I feel about them. So what does
that even mean?
So to me, it's like a house that's way too big for the purposes of it needing to be a house. And aesthetically, it's like trying to look like something it's not, but it's like not on the right piece of land. It's not like a grand old house, like a castle. I don't know.
So basically Utah.
Yeah, there's a lot of those in Utah, and I just don't know how I feel about them, because I'm just like, I think like someone should have whatever house they want. I think that's fine. But like, there's just some of these houses that I'm just like, there's no soul.
Yeah.
Like, it's just soulless. Yeah. Like, this is my testament to what I've accomplished. So I don't know. I think sometimes there's potential to have too much house, but I don't know. Maybe people really enjoy them and they really use every room in the house. I just don't quite understand it.
Would you say that our house in Jacksonville was a McMansion? Is that like is it big? Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, it was kind of getting there. Yeah, but it's just a different kind of like aesthetic and soul. Like, it's just like having like a series of houses that are the same size, kind of like what's going on in Cupertino, California right now. Just like wherever all these old cool houses are being taken down, and people are putting basically the largest house they can physically fit onto the lot of land.
You know what kind of sounds like a theme is authenticity and lack thereof with housing. Like, we all kind of agree, like aesthetics and and spaces need to be authentic to yourself. And like that's what I love. Like Grandma and Grandpa's old place in Cupertino, like was so odd and quirky. I mean, like what wasn't in the 70s? Like I love that house. It's so odd and quirky, awesome. And the levels, like what's a den? Like I love it. And then like you're saying, they're just replacing those with all of these. I mean, and I'm sure there's 100 houses that look like Grandma and Grandpa's house. I don't know, maybe not. But it's like, it's authentic in its own sense, in its own right. But it seems like these big mansions or whatever they are, and I still don't completely understand what the definition of that is, but it seems like they lack that authenticity. And a lot of people in their like maybe decor choices or housing choices are lacking authenticity.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would agree. I think that's how I describe a McMansion. It's just like this idea of like grandeur without actual taste.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like if you're gonna build your own house, you might as well like make it like yourself and just like, I don't know, awesome. Yeah. I don't know. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, and having also, oh, sorry. I was also listening to there's a little video, and maybe I'll put a link down to it, about why house prices are so expensive. And part of it is people don't build beautiful houses, so it's a lot harder to get them through like a city council and everything, because like and then like it's a lot harder for people who live there currently to want more housing because they just like it's gonna look gross.
Yeah,
like that's compared to the lifestyle. Whenever people are building houses or getting a house or renovating a house, their first thought is this sellable? Like because they're just expecting to sell it and move on, and that's something like for me personally, I'm not gonna buy a house until I'm like positive I want to be there for a while, because I don't know. I feel like that's a hard. I don't know. Homes have always been very important to me. Like I still miss our first home, like the one in Medford. I miss it so much because it was just like it might have been a piece of crap. Like it was bad, it was really really horrible. But like I love that house. Honestly, I still think that's my favorite house.
I like the layout. I was thinking about the layout of that house the other day. I was like, what an odd layout. Like how it had like a bathroom back by the master, but it didn't have a toilet. It was just a shower and like what? I don't know.
And then
That's so random.
We just sat in the kitchen and watched TV.
Yeah.
Have a front room.
Yeah. Because we didn't have a front room.
Kind of coming back to what you were saying about people not building beautiful houses, like almost like the houses had soul because the craftsmen had soul, because it was
so true. Yeah.
It was a craft. It was a trade. And I mean, what changed, are people building differently? Or are people learning? Are people just, having these careers? Maybe some of it has to do with like the social attitude towards like trades. Maybe people aren't proud of their trades. I wonder, like it's just because here it's like a lot of people work construction. Like you either work hospitality or construction. That's pretty much the work here. But it's like, I wonder if people take pride in it or not as much anymore. I don't know.
Well, it's interesting too, because like you can think like prefabrication's been around for a while. Like you have all these Sears homes built around here that are prefabricated, but they still had a lot an design aesthetic, or just like you had options, I guess. Yeah. They still had a soul because like it was still an individual picking what type of house they want. They got to pick out the materials. Now it's like a lot of them are show homes in these suburban areas, and you do get a little bit of choice here and there as far as like what you want in it, but I don't know, like it's just it's a craftsman element to it that I think I've always preferred older homes.
Yeah. Like you could tell a human's hands like worked on this. Like there's something slightly crooked. Or
I don't need it perfect. I don't need it perfect at all.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, I don't think it's just that, but it's also the materials used. Yeah. Like they're willing to use like heavy doors. Like I see a wooden door behind you. Like, is that a solid wooden door? Or is that like, what is that?
No, it is not. This is a pretty old house though, but no, it's not.
But then I'm looking at the doors I have around here and they're composite, and like these ones are at least nice. I feel like the materials they used overall are kind of nicer in our apartment, but it's still, I don't know.
I know like Matt grew up in a house that was 100 years
old.
Oh
my gosh. The most gorgeous house. Holy cow.
Gorgeous. And it was just like they had built on part of it, so they kind of did their own thing with it. But it was just so quirky, and I just adored it. I adored it so much. Anyway, but
yeah. What is that difference? Where's the loss of soul, and how do we fix it? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's an interesting thought with the McMansions.
Yeah. So.
But I kind of feel the same way about people. Like we're kind of losing our tone and timbre individually.
Oh. I like that. That was good.
That could be a whole another conversation.
Yeah. Anyways, crazy tangent, but yeah, it's all about authenticity.
Yeah, I like that. We can all agree on that. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Keeping tidy.
Oh gosh.
Har.
As we look behind.
Yeah. So I wanted to add this category because this is kind of an interesting area for us, just because kind of as background, like growing up, our house was usually a little messy.
Love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom. Love you, Dad.
Disclaimer to Mom. Mom's the best mom in the whole entire world. And we had the best childhood and everything.
Really, yeah, she's great. But, I mean, this is just something personally I know I need to work on because, like, I wasn't good about doing my share of work at home.
Who was? None of us were.
We've both been your roommate, Sarah, so, like, you don't need to...
Okay, well, she seemed fine when I was with her, but that's probably
because you guys are the same level of messy. Honestly, I don't know.
No, we are not.
Physically possible.
We are absolutely not the same level.
Wait, so who's worse?
Me.
Okay, I feel like you guys are both like messy, but you take it to another level of being like unsanitary and unhygienic.
No, actually, I would like to. No, I'm not. That's actually crazy. No, I'm actually not. The only things that's messy is just there's clothes everywhere. There's no.
That's not that bad. That's the same as Sarah.
Boxes or like something that's molding.
There is or isn't?
Is not.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
know.
let's not talk about this. Maybe this is a sore subject.
No, let's keep talking about it. Go, Sarah.
Well, I'm just trying to do better about having a routine, and sometimes it's very hard. So I did do a little printout, but we'll see how this goes. I haven't used this yet, but it was just online. Someone's printout. Thank you. Copyright Christina McLaughlin. Organizeforfree.com.
Cool. We should put that on the blog too.
Yeah. I think I can. Or at least a link to it.
Yeah. Regimes, habit. That's hard. Nice thing about Sharon and I is like we're like messy, but like you said, it's just clothes, like everywhere, just clothes. And I don't know what the solution to that is. Maybe it's just taking a certain amount of time to manage that, or like a better closet. Maybe a better functioning closet might help, or maybe not having so many clothes. But it works because we're both equally messy, so we're not like nagging each other. We're like, I don't know, it's either clean or it's getting kind of messy, and we're like, okay, we need to clean this up now. But, yeah, just everything's better when your place is clean.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like cutting down on my clothing has really helped me, because I think we just have too many damn clothes.
Yeah. That was the best thing about moving here. Not the best thing, but like moving here in a suitcase, and like that totally helped my wardrobe. I remember trying to move from Utah when I lived in Utah to Oregon, freaking boxes. And that was after I downsized, like huge, like extra large moving boxes. And I'm like, I'm thinking back, and I'm like, that like half of that would be Shem and mine's clothes combined currently. And I'm like, geez, why did I have so many clothes? But yeah, moving here has helped a lot. But that could be another episode, talking about freaking clothes and wardrobe and stuff.
That should be another episode.
Okay, I'll add it.
I'm good about that.
Yeah. Erika,
Okay.
Any other thoughts?
Oh, mine is like, I don't know. I don't do the best job of organizing. I feel like the kitchen is the only one I really worry about cleaning, because smells can come from there. But,
fair point.
Yeah. I just remember like one of my friends coming over to the house once in high school, and he was like, whoa, it looks like people live here. And I always kind of appreciated that. Like, he said he felt more comfortable because it literally just, like, it wasn't intimidating because it wasn't mean. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the same. I don't really care as much, which sounds horrible. But sometimes I'll just, like, clean everything. But I don't have a routine. I should really get one. I'll probably print out that sheet you have. I just, like, will be like, oh, this was dirty. I got to clean it all. And then it'll be pristine for, like, half a week. And then it starts getting dirty again. But Matt and I, like I said, he does all the dishes because I actually absolutely hate dishes. Like, hate them more than anything. So I'll clean anything else but the dishes. And he just takes care of that. And then I'll just help around the house. It's fine. So, yeah, we don't really have anything.
I think we all clean in, like, one foul swoop. Which is actually what's her name? Kondo or the cute
Marie Kondo?
Yeah, she says you should just clean in a foul swoop. Just get it over with as fast as you can. Yeah. Not like a little bit here and there. And I'm like, yeah, fine by me.
Yeah.
What's something you're particular about in your home, Sarah? I want to know.
That's hard. I'm trying to think of something.
I feel like there's something and I just can't. To make sure there's no Cheerios in them.
Yeah, no Cheerios in the sink.
Or in the house.
Probably taking the trash out.
Yeah, because it smells horrible.
Oh. Well, that and, like, I heard a good quote, and I'm trying to remember where it came from. It might be from a podcast I listened to or something. But it was, like, always take the trash out. Like, and I think that's what that means.
Always
yeah, it just means, out. Like, yeah, like, and that's symbolic of everything. Because it's like, you know, when a trash can gets full and you're having to push it down and to fit more in. But you probably should just take it out because it's ready to go. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to get better about that, but that's what I'm trying to be particular about. The trash. I need to get better about sweeping up, though, because I may have been called out recently about making a little sweep pile next to the trash can.
That's so funny. They have a saying for that in Mexico. It's called, like, you left the leash on the dog. I don't know how that translates. It's like if you sweep, like, specifically, like, a sweep pile. Like, if you leave, like, I don't think there's any other place where this applies, but if you, like, sweep a little mess and you leave the pile there and you don't throw it away, it's called, like, hey, you left the leash on the dog. Like, that was funny. I thought that was cute.
Funny.
Yeah.
Claire, what about you? What are you particular about in the house?
I don't know. I had this one auntie say this one time, and I wrote it down, and I live by it, and it says, your home should be messy enough to be happy and clean enough to be healthy. So anything that involves health, our living space, I'm not going to get started on the rest of the house. That is a whole nother episode, living with 6 adults and a child in one house. But I'll just talk about our room in particular. I do not do wrappers or crumbs in the bed. Like, oh,
you're so picky about your bed, and you have always. I knew you were gonna say that.
Oh my gosh, no. My bed is a sacred, clean place, and it drives me crazy. But I mean, it doesn't drive me that crazy because it's a pretty simple thing. I'm not like, go wipe the mold off the windows or something like that, which actually you should wipe mold. If you have mold on your windows, wipe it off. But I'm talking about, like, so I always have to make my bed. Like, I don't make it. I should. But if it's unmade when I come home, like, should I make the bed? And we have one comforter, so it's pretty easy. That's all we sleep with is, like, a down comforter with a cotton duvet and everything. So, but, like, my bed, no wrappers, no crumbs. And if I eat on my bed, the rare occasion I do, I have to be, like, on top of the covers. Even if we're just hanging out, watching TV or something, like, we have to be on top of the covers. I don't know what it is. It's mental. But, yeah, my bed, the inner sheets of my bed is a sacred place. I knew it. So, no wrappers or anything get in there. So that's pretty much it. Other than that.
Background. Claire I would literally just sit on her bed and she would freak out. She's like, can you please not sit on my bed? Don't sit on my bed.
No, because you sit in my bed. That's the thing. That's a sacred place. Only I get to lay. You got to lay on top of the covers.
Jerry just didn't want to cuddle.
I don't know, Erika. That's another episode. I just imagine
you. She's at the next episode.
I just imagine crumbs in your toes.
We'll figure it out off.
They're not. I'm actually not that dirty. I
just
swear.
imagine crumbs in your toes and you coming in my bed and your little toes leaving crumbs in my toes.
I was dirty when I
That's
was
right.
younger because I was a child. Children are dirty. It's what they do.
Okay, Erica, what are you particular about? I am curious about
Okay.
that.
I feel like I'm not particular about very many things.
Okay.
We said the
I'm usually
kitchen.
like, I'm not that particular about it though. I'm like, I don't know. Like it could be there. I'm not the type of person where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's there. I have to clean it. Like, I don't know. Let me think. Whoops, sorry. I'm really not particular about anything. Sometimes I'll get really anxious about something and want to fix it, but that rarely ever happens.
Like what? Like a fix what? Like a door
Sometimes
handle
I'll
or
just be
something?
like, I need to clean the whole kitchen right now. Oh, recycling. I'm very particular about recycling.
Oh, that's cool.
No, but like at first, Matt and I, when we first moved, we were trying to have as much waste. So we like got, like the little, I don't know how to explain them. The little cotton towel things that it's like the same fabric that they make like reusable diapers out of.
Flour sack, like the flour
sack. Yeah, so we got a bunch of those and used that instead of
paper towels.
Paper towels. So we used
That's
3 rolls of
cool.
paper towels in like, I think a month and a half, which is better. Like
That is really good
Three?
for us because like I
3
feel
rolls?
like our family goes through paper towels so quickly.
yeah,
Like
so
a roll a week, easy. Less than a week.
no, I think it was like a month and a half or maybe even 2 months because we just bought new ones.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we were trying to do that. I'm going to try to get back on that. Like just not trying to waste as much because I feel like, everyone always says as Americans, we waste we have a lot of trash and that's so true. And I just would rather not.
Yeah. That's actually kind of leads into like tools that we use though. Cause like I have a mop that's from like Cedar and it's like a reusable mop pad. So it's washable. And then like I can fill it with whatever liquid I want.
What?
Yeah, same. So yeah,
Anyway.
I don't know.
Claire, do you have any cleaning tips?
Well, we leave our windows open 24/7 all the day, every day of the year. So 'cause we don't have AC, so it gets very dusty. It gets very, very dusty. But what I love is those like microfiber cloths are like awesome for dusting, like so awesome. We have to wipe our fan off like once a week at least, just so we're not like dying sneezing in the morning. It's bad, guys, I'm telling you. Just like windows open all the time and then cleaning off, just dust everywhere. But those microfiber wipes, like it's not a wipe, it's just like a cloth. Microfiber cloths are great for dust. And then other than that, I mean, geez, they're not paying me to say this, but freaking Dr. Bronner's, like, I love Dr. Bronner's. Like, nothing, huh?
Wait, is that the white like label?
Yeah, it's like the one color and then the white label. And then like,
I'm telling you guys, if you haven't tried it, like, I love cleaning with it. You could clean anything and everything with it. And it just, everything's, and they have a bunch of different scents that have just essential oils in it, and I feel like it cuts through grease really well. Like in a Filipino home, there's a lot of frying. Like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of frying. So which means there's a lot of oil that kind of goes up in the air and lands on everything. So and then on top of that, it goes like oil dust, oil dust, oil dust. So it's just like really hard to clean, but Dr. Bronner's cuts through it. It's awesome. Yeah, I really like them. And they have a bunch of good scents that leave everything smell so good. So I really like it. And I wash my body with it. I wash everything with it. I love it.
I've been wanting to try that, so that's good to know.
Oh, yeah.
I know they have a green tea scented one, and I really want it, but they only sell it in China.
What?
Green tea?
I don't know, but like I smelt it and it
I've
smells
never
so
seen
good.
green tea.
I
That
saw a
sounds
sample
awesome.
of it, but anyway.
That's cool.
Should we move on to show and tell?
Show and tell.
Shall we?
Show and tell. Show and tell.
We do need to make an official jingle for this, though.
I know.
No, I think you were going the right direction, Sarah. Keep on going with what you're saying.
You want to? Well, speaking of saying, can we talk about mine? So war paint, guys. So crazy story. So I'm in the cosmetic industry, and I was in New York for Shaw, like a industry show. So I wanted to go see another show, like an actual show on Broadway, and they had this show going on. So this is a musical about Elizabeth Arden and Helena Rubinstein, who are like the two women who really started the cosmetic industry. And then like it's freaking Patti LuPone and Christine Ebersole are the leads.
Patti LuPone, yes. Sorry, that makes me so happy.
Anyway, so
She's so
freaking divas being divas, and they even had like the FDA came into a part of it, and like it was just beautiful, and like they had beautiful set. The set was absolutely amazing. The music was great dancing. Like it was all the things I wanted in a musical. Plus, it was about the industry that I love. So
it's pretty cool.
I'm
the FDA. That's funny. That gets me. Did they have a dance number?
No, they just had to yell at the main characters because they're talking about the Cosmetic Food and Drug Act. So when they basically told cosmetic companies that they have to list everything in their products. Because they weren't doing that before that.
I feel like they made this musical just for you, Sarah.
Seriously. I know. I'm just wondering, like, who else would be into this? It's based on the book called War Paint that's actually about these two women and their rivalry. And they never met in real life. They just talked about each other. Really shady. Shaded each other.
Throwing shade left and right.
Yeah, they wouldn't even call themselves by name. They kept on calling like the other woman or like her. Like, yeah,
cosmetic girls gotta stick together.
No, I mean these were two industries that like empires that were direct competition with each other. Wow. And they also talked about the start of Revlon, started by some guy named Mr. Revson. Anyway,
Revlon.
So he's a man that went into the industry and kind of ended up winning in the sense of he understood that youth culture was like the big thing in the 60s and these women wanted to keep with what they liked. So very cool. That's what I have to share.
That's cool.
Claire?
Well, my show and tell is this gross little dirty bugger right here. I'll put it against my white shirt so can you see? Can you see? So
it's a sandal, by the way, guys.
I'm using this red dirt color palette. This is my Oofos. Guys, let me tell you about these shoes. I had a teacher a while back that had like really bad back problems. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, she like broke her feet.
Long story short, yeah, she broke her feet. And so they were like shattered. You know how many bones you have in your feet? Anyways, so she had a really hard time walking, but she wore these shoes and like it was okay. Like these are the only shoes she could put her feet in and be comfortable. And so
what's the brand?
Oofos.
You finally got them. You were talking about that. Not that
Oofos,
long ago,
guys. This is so funny. My mother, I worked at a clothing boutique and I got a discount at the sister store, which was a shoe store, specifically a slipper store. And so my mother-in-law, her birthday's coming up, and I'm like, what does my mother-in-law love? She loves her comfy sandals. And she used to have another brand that will not be named, but I was like, geez, I know these are crazy comfy because if a woman who broke her feet loves them, so they must be comfortable, right? So I got a pair for her, this exact size, this exact color, and I was like, these are like, I put my feet in them. I'm like, these are insanely comfy. I mean, they're pretty ugly, guys. I'm not gonna lie.
I wear chocos. I don't think they're that bad.
These are hideous shoes. They're like, but I'm telling you, you put your feet in them, like it's like walking on clouds. Like I've never felt a pair of shoes that felt better. Anyways, I got a pair for my mother-in-law. I stole them so much, I went out and bought a pair for myself. I literally wear these to work almost every single day. Like, They're so comfortable. I'm on my feet basically my whole day, and I don't feel like tired. Like, oh, my aching feet. No, I freaking love these. So Oofos, get a pair. Let's everybody get a pair so they're not unfashionable anymore.
Actually, kind of.
I honestly don't know why they have to be so ugly. Like it's foam. They could have made it any shape they wanted.
They're not that ugly.
They're pretty ugly. I guess kind of looking at them, they
kind of like them.
I think they look fine. Like
I don't know.
there, but maybe on your foot. I could see. I don't know.
No, I honestly like them. Like I enjoy the way they look, but like I said, I wear Chacos, so
they're ugly. They're so ugly.
Okay.
But anyways, guys, I'm telling you, it is worth it. I've totally given up on fashion, and I love these shoes. They're so great. Anyways,
So
that's my show and tell.
that was our ad for the
Yeah, we're
Thank you
totally
to our
sponsored by
sponsor,
them.
Oofos and Dr. Bronner's for supporting us.
Actually, we should be sponsored by the sale of Mom and Dad's house. So, I mean, they haven't sold it yet, but
everyone go buy their house.
yeah, if you're wanting to buy a house in Jacksonville, it's really, really cool. Lots of potential. Think about it.
Amazing neighborhood. Location is everything, and it's got the best
true.
location.
Okay, I don't really have a show and tell, but I guess something I've like been thinking about a lot lately with this new show that came out. It's called The Good Doctor. It's not super good. Like the part of it I hate because it's like super melodramatic and it's a like a hospital show. I've never really been into it, but the main character's autistic, and I thought that was super interesting. I kept watching the commercials and like crying because I was just super excited that like the representation was going to be there. So I've actually been watching it just because of that, and it's been really cool because like we grew up with, like I was really, really close to, basically we call him our cousin, but he was autistic, and I don't know, it's something that's always been very important to me to, I don't know, support them, but yeah, it's really cool. So it's like, I guess I never really thought about it before. I never thought about like, oh, they are not represented in the media in any way, like in shows and movies, but it's just really cool to have a show where the main character is autistic. Like, I don't know, it just made me excited. So I've been watching it. Like I said, it's not like the most well done show, but he's doing an awesome job. That actor is doing an awesome job. So yeah,
that sounds really neat.
Great.
Wait, where is it on? Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on Hulu. It's a new show.
I can't watch it.
No, like I said, it's actually half of it. When he's not on the screen, I'm like, I hate this show. Honestly, it's really stupid. But when he's there, I'm like, dude, I love it. It's so good. But I don't know. I think they could do a better job. But I think in the future, I hope that there's more of people with any type of disability. That and like, oh my gosh, Dear Evan Hansen. That's another thing. He has he's socially awkward, but he definitely has like a social disability, and it is so good. It's this musical, and it's all about him. It's really sad, but it's really, really good. So yeah. Anyway,
the music's aight.
Yeah.
I just wanted to poke your buttons.
Send it to Mom. I think Mom would love it, so I'm gonna send it to her as a late birthday.
Yeah.
But yep, that's my thing.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
We didn't do a show and tell jingle, did we? Oh yeah, we did.
No.
Yeah, we did something like that. But anyway, guys, it's been great talking to you. Very interesting. Peace. Yeah, peace. We can do that.
Peace, love, and happiness.
Love you. Bye.
Bye. Love your talk.
Bye.